The war between man and ape. In the distant future, humanity's greed had ravaged the earth. The balance between nature and civilization was torn apart, and in the wreckage of human-made disasters, a new species rose, highly intelligent apes. Over decades, they evolved, learning from humanity's mistakes. Eventually, they claimed the ruins of the old cities as their own, while humans, weakened and scattered, became nomads in the forests. Scene 1, the first strike. It was a stormy night, with rain pouring down in sheets over the ruined city of Arches. Lightning illuminated the crumbled skyscrapers, and thunder echoed in the distance. The humans, led by a young leader named Kara, had decided to strike the apes' fortress at the heart of the city. Their resources were dwindling, and they saw no other choice but to fight. "We have one chance," Kara whispered to her people as they huddled under a fallen bridge. The rain beat down on her as if trying to wash away the hope in her heart. "If we can disable their main generator, we can push them back." In the shadows, the apes were ready, led by their cunning and strategic leader, General Koba. The apes had anticipated this attack. As Kara's group advanced through the rain-soaked streets, they didn't notice the apes waiting above, their glowing eyes tracking every movement. Suddenly, the first trap was sprung. Boulders, dislodged by the rain, crashed down from the rooftops, scattering the humans. Screams echoed as the apes descended like shadows in the storm. In the chaos, Kara barely managed to evade a brutal strike, her heart pounding as she led the survivors into the heart of the city. Scene 2, allies in the rainforest. After their failed attack, Kara and her group retreated deep into the forest. Days passed, and the rain didn't let up, turning the ground into thick mud. Supplies were low, morale even lower. Some of the group wanted to give up, believing the apes too powerful. But there was a glimmer of hope. Deep in the forest, they came across an unexpected ally, a tribe of intelligent orangutans who had remained neutral in the conflict. Led by an old ape named Maki, these orangutans sought peace, not war. Maki explained that Koba's thirst for dominance wasn't shared by all apes. Under the cover of rain, Kara and Maki discussed plans for an alliance. "You are not so different from us, human," Maki said, his voice soft yet powerful as the raindrops slid off his orange fur. "Both of us only wish to survive." With their new allies, Kara's group had a chance, but they would need to strike at Koba's heart if they were to end the war. Scene 3, the final storm. The final battle took place atop the towering remnants of a human skyscraper, now claimed by the apes as their fortress. Rain fell in torrents as Kara and Maki's forces approached under the cover of the storm. Lightning flickered across the dark sky, briefly illuminating the battleground. Kara fought her way through the apes, determined to confront Koba himself. As she reached the top of the fortress, she saw him, standing tall and fierce, rain dripping off his fur, his eyes filled with cold hatred. "You've led your people to their doom, human," Koba snarled, gripping a jagged spear. "This world belongs to us now. We can share it." Kara shouted over the storm, her voice breaking through the thunder. "We don't have to fight." But Koba refused. The final duel began, a brutal fight amidst the rain and ruin. Kara was swift, dodging Koba's powerful strikes, but she was exhausted from the war. Just when Koba was about to deliver the final blow, Maki intervened, his large frame protecting Kara. "Enough, Koba," Maki bellowed. "This is not the way." Koba hesitated for the first time, but it was too late. Kara seized the moment, knocking the spear from his hands. With the apes watching from below, Kara offered Koba a chance to end the violence peacefully. Defeated, Koba dropped to his knees in the rain, his fierce resolve broken. The war was over, not won by brute force, but by the promise of a fragile peace. As the rain began to lighten, humans and apes alike gathered, uncertain but hopeful. Kara and Maki stood side by side, knowing that the future of their world would be decided not by war, but by cooperation. The rains that had once symbolized destruction now washed away the hatred, leaving only the possibility of a new beginning.